Oh, welcome back. Let's see if we can finish off the expansion in this episode. Not the expansion, the after expansion. This episode. Beef stew, pixie berry, rusk, lemon. So we'll take the exquisite beef stew then. Although we learned not of the Asians, the insight we gained into the Echo made our trip worthwhile. Before we return to the Crystorium, however, there is a small matter I would attend to in Slitherbath. I trouble you to come with me. Thank you. After we arrive, we should have a brief word with Runar. I believe this is the only place we have left in this area. Oh yeah, regrets. All the way to the south, but we're not going that way yet. It's so good to see you. And you arrived at a most opportune time. I was preparing to a pot of my famous stew. Come, I will ready a place for you. I'm sorry, Runar, but we haven't had that. Please, I insist. It will take only a minute. My apologies, Edgar. It seems our return to the Crystorium will be delayed. But perhaps only for a bit. If you assist me with my work, I say work, but it's rather more of a chore. I must clean my chambers here in Slitherbath from top to bottom. If you'd be so kind as to go and fetch a broom from Asgir, and we might finish before Runar is done cooking. We demand the broom! A broom for Master Matoya. I can imagine why she would have need of such a thing, but here you are. It is old but sturdy and sure to suffice. We're off to clean. I trust Asgir was able to find a broom for us. This well-worn broom has seen many a spring and summer in Slitherbath, swishing and sweeping, sweeping and swishing. Oh, worn good, this would prove difficult otherwise. Though, I must say, I think I did rather well for not having a broom this far. Yes, well, you weren't buried beneath a variable assemblage of books when you entered, were you? Right. Anyway, it is time I finished cleaning with the help of that broom. You didn't honestly think I do the old-fashioned way? That broom is more than capable of sweeping by itself, or rather, it will be. Time to rise, to swish and sweep. A tidy chamber you must keep. To this task you shall be bound, until no dust is to be found. In this one particular respect, I have no objections to following in Master Matoya's footsteps. In future, I may need you to remind me the pursuit of knowledge does not preclude other equally important duties, such as maintaining clean quarters for said pursuit. I will dearly miss this place, these people. Master Matoya, pardon the interruption, but the stew is ready. Something troubling. You've been rather quiet. No, everything is fine, I assure you. It has been a long day, is all. I see. You're still, thank goodness you're still here. Alphino, I thought you were following Arbor. I was, though I'm sad to say I lost track of him shortly after entering these woods. He seems determined to traverse every elm of Norvert in his quest to spread the truth of the Warrior of Light and the Flood. And it seems news of your addressing at the Cursorium precedes him at every destination, making his task all the more simple. It remains to be seen to what ends he encourages the people to become warriors of light themselves. But there is no denying that his words have struck a chord with many. Well, we've all agreed that this is just another Asian ploy, yes. They're coming to your corpse before, and to no good end. I see no reason to think this time is any different, especially when it's that of a fallen warrior of light. I doubt we'll learn more if we remain a step behind. His next destination is, in all likelihood, Slitherbrow. Alize, are you certain you should be here? If you're concerned about Halric and the others you need to be, their treatment is going well. But progress is slow and exhausting for all of us. The best thing I could do now is to let them rest, so I believe we were about to discuss and arrange a meeting with our would-to-be warrior of light. Before visiting any towns or villages, Arbor would hunt down and slay a nearby Sin Eater to earn the locals' trust. Our best chance of getting ahead of him is to find one before he does. Thankfully, Thancred and Reen are returned from the empty and have taken up the search. Ring believeth one may lurk beneath the brow of woven oath. Then that is where we will start our search. Master Matoya. A warm bowl stew will be awaiting your return. I look forward to it. Just returns this. Somehow the stew's gone through the bottom of the bowl and the fire is out.
If you were hoping to vent your frustrations on our Eater friend here, I can only apologize.
Few as they are now, it took us no time at all to track it down.
That suits our purpose perfectly. Now we need only wait for Ardbert to arrive.
Weren't you two meant to be attending to the empty?
We were, and are, but we can hardly ignore the rest of the world. So we thought we might see how things were coming along. From what we can gather, the answer is strangely.
Right now, we think we can do more good here.
It is heartening to have all present.
There's a lot of things that I'm going to be interested in seeing, because before this, I already did the raid. So seeing the differences is going to be interesting for me.
Indeed. We will be glad of the additional hands should matters escalate.
Our quarry has come. It seems I've lost this particular race. Although I suppose it's only fair. When we first met, it was I who outpaced you. Ravana, was it? But where are my manners? I wouldn't be here were it not for you, and I have yet to say a word of thanks. Poor fellow. He will be sorely missed.
Very well. Let us forego this pretense. After all, it was never you that I needed to deceive. Yes, it is I, Elizabeth. Through your time in Emet-Selk's imitation of our home, I dare say you have gained a better understanding of my role since last we met. Not that it matters.
We understand your role, emissary, but not your goal. What is it that you seek to achieve?
I seek to enact the will of the Convocation, of course. If it helps you to think of me as but another Ascian, no different in nature or purpose from the rest, you are welcome to do so.
Once, I would have said your goal was destruction alone. Now I understand that you fight for something you love, just as we do. Yet though we seem doomed to clash, I bid you consider Emet-Selk's final words. Remember that we once lived, he said. Had he not seen some glimmer of hope in our kind, I do not believe he would have spoken thus.
None better understood your plight than he. His words must surely be worthy of your consideration.
Emet-Selk. How very unlike you to err so gravely. That one should stray at the end of so onerous a path is understandable. But I had thought you above such weakness. Mayhap you thought the same. Would that I had been present to offer correction. But I shall do so now, as is my duty. and return all to its proper course. As for you, look at yourselves. Look at your history. Look back 100 short years to how your greatest warriors were undone. And now, at but a word from me, you raise your hands in answer like the puppets you are. Naught has changed. You fail, and you fail, and you learn nothing. Allow that which is most important to slip through your fumbling fingers like so many grains of sand, again and again and again, and you would remember us. You do forget yourselves. There is no common ground to be found between you and I. Nor do I require any. I have my duty.
Wait!
Well, we have confirmed the identity of our foe at least. And 'tis safe to say his objective is the rejoining.
But we still have no idea how playing the part of a warrior of light will further his cause, nor why he would spur others to do the same.
Another visit to the Tempest may shed some light upon these mysteries. Whether we are to exchange words or blows with Elidibus at our next meeting, the fact remains, we know too little. Ere our paths cross again, I would learn more of the world that once was, and of Elidibus himself. In this, we would be best served going directly to his home, much as Emmett Selk came to ours.
Though I see the wisdom in thy suggestion, the Amarot we visited is but a phantom born of Emmett Selk's memory. I fear it will teach us little that we do not already know.
I quite agree. Yet the ruins of the actual city remain unexplored. Given the vastness of the Tempest, I should not be surprised were there more such structures like to those in which the Ondo reside. Mayhap your skepticism will leaven my curiosity.
Assuming we are all in agreement, then I suggest we first pay a visit to the Ondo. If anyone can tell us where more ruins are to be found, it is them.
Oh, now we got 4 of those. Okay. Accessories offending, slaying, aiming, healing, casting. I believe slaying, but we don't need them. We already got accessories down. Upno has the right of it. Let's us pay a visit to Ondo. We should speak with Tulas Aseth first. As chieftain, he is doubtless privy to a great many secrets. So we'll probably just grab aiming. I have sent for no finless ones. Perhaps you instead come seeking something of us. Ruins which your kind have yet to explore, I see. I know of one such place. Alas, under these circumstances, I am afraid we can spare none to guide you there. And what circumstances are these? Rather than hunt for their own meals, the Benthos have pillaged our stores of Menhiri liver, and they must be replenished with haste. The Benthos, a particular violent tribe of Ondo, if I recall. A band of bottom feeders. We all lost much in the flood, but while others work to rebuild, they resort to thievery and murder. Revenge they call it when they prey upon your kind, but do not be fooled, they care not whom they harm. Would that we had the warriors to challenge them. This is not the first time they have stolen from us, but there is no resource more precious than liver. All must dedicate themselves to the hunt. Unless, of course, we were to reclaim the livers you lost for you. It seems a fitting payment for vital information, does it not? Moreover, one could argue that by employing Bismarck to reach these depths, thereby driving back the water, we are in part responsible for the deeds of those driven to desperate ends by the changing climes. Well, you might, but that wouldn't discourage the Benthos from stealing from the Ondo again. Now would it? Claim the stores it is then. We would be grateful beyond words if you did. Benthos have surely taken the livers back to the Flounder's floor, but be warned, there will be no shortage of guards waiting to spear intruders. Then we will have care not to draw their attention, shall we? Yep, on the other side of the ocean. So, I'm happy that I've made so much progress within this game within the past so far. I should be able to get the series done in, I want to say, probably late January to mid-February. And for the rest of the time, I don't know what I'm going to be recording. I'll pick a game somewhere. I already have several games I've already have lined up. But most of them are just going to be short ones. The squishing noises they make when prodding and the vile stench, you conclude that these bags are bursting with livers. Brilliant. Accidental. Are those them? Perhaps you've just deduced this already, but it seems that the Benthos have been raiding Catronian storehouses as well as those of the Ondo. Oranges, pumpkins, wheat. But we could discuss this after we see the liver safely back to tell us a thought it wouldn't do to keep him in suspense.
Yeah.
get your belly. I'm relieved to see you unspeared. This splintering sock makes a tiny, a truly horrendous squelching noise as you heft it over your shoulder. Our precious livers, I knew you would not fail. We also found all manners of foodstuff from Kasaya and the Flounder's floor. Tell me, to its oath, does that seem odd to you? It is brazen, to be sure. I'm reminded of rumors that have been recently concerning a rash of thefts from Kushoan warehouses. The perpetrators enter in the dead of night and are gone before anyone has realized what has happened. The Amartan army has been investigating, but thus far to no avail. Perhaps the reason they have struggled is that their quarry is of the sea. The true question then is what we mean to do about it. Much as I would like to proceed to the ruins without further delay, we cannot allow the Benthos to carry on as they are. If I may, I believe that the ruins are in fact key to the Benthos' plans. Is that so? These ruins, which lie deep within the illuminated land, are a recent discovery. We have seen signs that the Benthos are preparing to claim them. With all haste, we could not fathom why, but in light of the knowledge that they have been stockpiling resources, it's clear that their queen will soon give birth. They require space to raise their young and food for both queen and hatchling to thrive. Well, we can hardly fault them for that. Under normal circumstances, perhaps, but conditions in the Tempest are far from suitable for spawning. Its resources barely able to sustain our current population. There's only one reason they would disregard this. They seek to build an army and which it take revenge upon the Finless. It is not a surprise. They came to us not long ago seeking allies for the cause. We rebuffed them, of course. The suffering of others will not serve as balm to their own. Their queen, however, desires only bloodshed and will gladly send her children to die in our stead. If they are planning to wage war, that changes matters considerably. Indeed, I doubt that this can be resolved without violence, but perhaps with a show of force, we can convince them to see reason before the die is cast. I would rather not risk your people in the attempt. If we travel to the Illuminated Land, is there a way we might identify the ruins ourselves? Yes, once you reach its depths, go deeper still, you will see a monstrous structure that upon the sea floor. That you have come to us now is the will of the Ancient Ones. They have guided you here that you might drive out the usurpers, those who seek to use their magnificent creations with vile purpose. I have no doubt that they will show you the way forward. I'm afraid that the dead do not speak quite so clearly. Nevertheless, we shall try not to disappoint. If what we seek lieth deeper still beyond Amarant, I shall call upon the assistance of another. Give us aiming. Here we go. We have so much stuff still. 1 second. Okay. I just wanted to check something on the recording was all. Though our friend hath been decided, thus our course, not our friends, have been decided to pursue it, we must need beseech the aid of a friend. I speak of Bismarck. Pray follow me to Solon that we might seek an audience with him once more. Oh, we're just gonna have to hope that we get more equipment from doing this. The Grand Cosmos. From here we press onward to the Isle of Ken. I myself shall proceed on foot. You perfected your technique then. Just so the water will be as glass beneath my feet, and provideth purchase. Fragile yet true, but watch closely. Oh, I certainly shall. Forgive me, but would it not be easier to perfect your swimming technique? It'd just be a pity if you drowned, truly. Oh, hush, I'm sure it'll be brilliant. He's done it. Incredible. Jay, for the love of my apologies, the technique required the purest of focus and mind was lacking. To freak this magic, I went so far as to deal with the Thoth, and with their aid, mine efforts finally met with success, albeit on a single occasion. I know not why I cannot repeat it. I thought I saw you waver a bit towards the end there. Perhaps you're simply tired? Tancred? It's nothing to worry about, only a dizzy spell, though it may not be wise to go for another swim just now. I think we have an alternative, a wonderful little invention. I'm certain you'll agree. I will petition Bismarck's aid on our behalf. Let us pray my diplomacy proveth more effective than mine experimental magics. You speak with the voice of the king, little neighbors. I will not deny you. As before, I shall seek what sleeps beneath the sea. I will be your guide. Thy kindness is as boundless as the death's serene one. Before we depart, however, I would ask a favor. After our last flight, I found many creatures clinging to me. I am itchy. Remove them, and I will take you below. With all haste shall it be done. So, did he agree? Though I agreed to a favor in kind. Regrettably, 'tis not one I possess the power to grant. Bismarck hath asked us to cleanse his underbelly of barnacles. Alas, one must needs dive beneath the surface to do so. Even if I could master the power to walk upon it, it would avail me not. Oh, for heaven's sake, is that all? Edgar and I are more than capable of that. The Coaching's blessing will have done what with it in moments, and better that than standing here listening to this nonsense. I'll take the right, you take the left. Now go. I am in your debt. Don't worry, Orion J. At least you float. I don't. Brigadier Prime, from various angles, he dislodged the barnacle. Thine efforts are most sincerely appreciated. I will inform Bismarck that we may depart without further delay. Much better, thank you, little neighbors. I remember a long time ago, another did this favor for me. After the flood, when I chose this spot for my slumber, he came and made a home on my back. Ken was his name. When I grew itchy, I stirred, but he was not afraid. No, he asked me what was wrong. I told him of the creatures clinging to my belly, and he dove into the water. He helped me. He was my friend. He told me he wished to live in peace away from his people and their wars. This I understood. I treasured our time together, brief though it was, brief though it always is, but I remember him and how he laughed when we flew. I remember when he slept, I slept that day and many days since. But the light fades and the darkness returns. Ken sleeps, but in memory he laughs. And together we fly, and I am here, I am awake. It feels good to speak and to be heard again. A shame others cannot understand me. If thou art willing to learn, I would gladly teach thee the tongue of man. Thank you, little one, but it is time I grant you your request. But first, I would take flight to cleanse my body and prepare. The dive will be swift, and I would not have you struck by errant debris. So this island was named for a man. How easily the past is forgotten. He passed not even 100 years ago, yet the truth has slipped from history like so many grains of sand. I have some explanation of what he just said, or shall we all stand about making vague and mysterious allusions? While he maketh ready to deliver us unto our destination, Bismarck bade us wait for him on the shores of Caesarea. That's all. I feel as though there was more to it. Indeed there was, but it hath no bearing on the task at hand. I should be glad to share the rest of you with an anon. Fine, later then. Bismarck requires time to prepare. Might I suggest a short respite for Orion, J, and Thancred in particular? There are no such thing. I am a picture of perfect health. Mine was but a momentary lapse in concentration. Worry not on my account. You mustn't push yourself so. Please rest for me. Oh, alright, if you insist. Just tell Mom and Dad to rest. You too, Edgar, you've been running yourself ragged. In that case, I leave the old men in your care. The rest of us will meet you at the split hall anon. Word of advice, never let it show. When she realizes she's struck a nerve, she remembers. By God, she remembers. In any case, if we must be made to rest, I know a place in Solon that's better for it than most. Come with me. Might as well have a seat. We wouldn't want our elderly knees to give out. That's what the scythe is for. The only one who would have a trouble would be Oryonje. He's got nothing long he can use as a stick. To hear her speak, you think I'm on my deathbed by the 12. I wish that girl wouldn't worry so much. Thy countenance belie thy words, Master Thancred. I'm sure I don't know what you mean. Let the record show that I am here under protest. Though I couldn't say I mind the view. Oh, I see. It's destroyed shacks. If the ambience of anglers is any incident, even an amateur might land an impressive catch. Shall we take our hands at it? Help someone quickly. It's Nightshade. We were attacked on the road from the Crystorium. Barely escaped with my life. I suppose we might have predicted this. You mean you'll help for free? Thank you. If I recall correctly, Nightshade is a local band of outlaws. I doubt they'll trouble us over much. No more than they already have by interrupting our relaxation at any rate. Fortunately, this wasn't clever enough to bring support. Never fear, Nightshade's no match for the guard. Can you believe this? I don't even have anything worth stealing. Trust me, buddy. As someone who was also a fisher for, who also did the fishing stuff, I agree with you. You have nothing worth stealing. Even your clothes, even though they sell you them at pretty high prices, ain't worth much. Don't do much, it ain't worth much. I'll save our miscreant appears unharmed. Those two have matters well in hand by the looks of it. I'll not forget this kindness. May we meet again. Is that you, Sue? You, Sue? Is that you, sir? Don't tell me we just deprived that poor fellow of the honor of being rescued by the Warrior of Darkness. We had no idea you were in the area. Fancy we meeting again so soon. Hey, anyway, I believe I even recognize your companion. Oh yes, from the infirmary. You had a message for the Crystal Exarch, did you not? It's good to see you back on your feet and on patrol, no less. Oh, it's nothing as official as that. Strictly speaking, we were off duty. But as we had a free moment, we thought we would give a few of the less traveled roads a look. The guard doesn't have enough hands to patrol them regularly, you see. That's admirable. There are few so devoted to their duty in Lakeland or beyond. Well, we've been talking about it for a while, and neither of us is satisfied with just seeing out our service. It feels like we could be doing more, like we should be doing more. It's all about having the will to help your fellow man and the resolve to see it through. I remember you, the excitable one. Sorry, sir, I got a bit overexcited the other day. Couldn't get my words out. Name's Von Ard, sir. I'm with the guard, but I don't just want to protect Lakeland, I want to protect the lot, just like the Warriors of Light. Sadly, our duties prevent us from venturing too far from our own little corner of Nordfront. What we'd really like to do is travel to better ourselves and go where the need is greatest. But everyone has to start somewhere, don't they? For now, if we can stop Nightshade from robbing the old fishermen, then that's what we'll do. Well, future heroes of the first, do you think? They want not for spirit, 'tis but a pity they draw inspiration from so clouded a wellspring. Yet it availeth us not to fret in idleness. We must needs press on if we are to bring a little bit of schemes to light. Let's just get the termination. Though our respite was cut short, I dare say we are all eager to avail ourselves of such knowledge as the runes may hold. I doubt further contemplation of Elidibus's machinations will be conducive to relaxation. We may as well make for the split hall now. Okay. This is going to be a bit interesting. And depending on what happens, I might be sad. All are present now, we need but await Bismarck's coming. "'Tis time, pray make ready." This dungeon is the dungeon that has a minion, which I've been trying to get on my own. I go off and on trying to get this one. So yeah.
Our fates are not yet sealed.
Oh, and I did find out that little thing that Orion J has is something that you can't get anymore. It's it was an ability astrologers had before, but now you can't even. But that ability is no longer available as of Endwalker. But yeah, there is a minion from this dungeon that I spent many hours trying to get. Or many days. Still haven't gotten it. So if I get it, I will be sad. Also, I haven't played in I haven't... I haven't played a offensive class in a dungeon for a while now. For at least a week or so, not longer. Yeah, actually now I think about it, the last time I played as an offensive class in a dungeon was the last time I recorded. Which was a little bit over a week ago. Because I've been purely focusing on Alchemist. I'm only 6 levels away from getting Alchemist done. And after today, after I get done recording, I'll probably get it at the 85 or 86. That's where most scum became from this, I have a feeling.
Prepare yourself!
how tall we know the ancients were, this is a pretty cramped space, to be honest. best I've ever done with this is get 2 of these before they can unleash them. Yep, that is what a Sahagin queen looks like. Or a female Sahagin. To go. And thus we killed an entire beast tribe. And see? We got nothing of value. We didn't even get the card. The card for that dungeon is unknown, by the way. The first boss.
This structure must have served an important function. And here are yet more crystals.
I too noted the crystal repository on the way. The Benthos seem to employ them in their spellcasting.
In such vessels did the ancients preserve concepts, ideal forms to be drawn upon in the act of creation. That so great an abundance should reside here lendeth credence to Ishtola's conclusion. This facility held great significance.
So, it was they who first summoned Hydaelyn.
Their discussion did seem to imply as much, yes. I cannot say I have ever heard of this Venar before.
For a certainty, Emet-Selch never uttered the name, speak though he did of the schism which Zodiark's advent wrought upon mankind. Some were of the viewpoint that his power must needs be restrained. And to that end, they call forth she who would serve as his shackles. We now know that it was this Venar to whom they looked for leadership.
And that this place, in all likelihood, served as their headquarters. The presence of such intimate records attests to that. I would hear what else they have to tell us. All of it. Did anyone see the source of the image? The device there? Then let us see what other secrets it holds.
I think it broke. Or ran out of power.
What? Forgive me, but did that not strongly imply that Elidibus sacrificed himself to become Zodiark's heart?
7 hells. Then who or what are we dealing with?
The device appears to activate via a form of ethereal attunement, not unlike an aetherite. Beyond that, I can say a little for certain, save that we should take this opportunity to see what other records it contains. Sure, I think it's out of power. No response, confound it. If I may, milady, the panel did formerly emit a soft yet perceptible glow that, as doth no longer, may betoken the depletion of some essential energy within. Given how long it has laid dormant, I think it fortunate it functioned at all. That may be, but if we can't get it to work again, we'll be leaving with more questions than we've answered. The white-robed emissary hath ever called himself Elidibus, yet if the shade speaks true, Elidibus ceased to be ere even the sundering came to pass. This calleth to mind a truth that Emisok did once reveal in passing, that the name by which we know our foes are not those given to Ascians at birth, rather they are titles of office afforded to individuals or merits at such time as the role becameth vacant. Perchance the Elidibus at Zor's heart and the emissary with whom we are acquainted be not one and the same, but predecessor and successor? It's possible if the previous Elidibus perished during the final days, the one we know could still be a survivor of the Sundering, and yet something in that explanation rings false. It will remain for a time. I would not abandon my attempts to revive the device so soon. There is more to learn here. I can feel it. In matters of etherology, I know of none as capable as thee. If there existeth a means to learn more, thou wilt surely find it. Whilst thou art thus engaged, we shall attend to matters on the surface. Yeah, now I can do the trust version of it. Can we but uncover Elidibus' true origins, we may yet come to understand his design. To that end, Yashola must needs be afforded as much time as she doth require to complete her investigation. To the extent that such things are within our control, yes. Speaking of which, perhaps we might trouble the Exarch for news of his progress with the spirit vessel. He would no doubt wish to hear of our own discoveries as well, such as they are. Hello? Game? There we go.
Dare I ask what's going on?
Ah, excellent timing. For me, in any case. We have a problem. The vast majority of those gathered here are presently in the employ of the Guard or else one of the facets, and no longer wish to be so. In principle, all are free to change vocation at any time. But a city does require a certain number of people in these positions if it is to continue to function. For the moment, I have asked them to postpone their resignation until such time as replacements can be found. As you may have surmised, we have the Warrior of Light to thank for this.
It's you! The Warrior of Darkness! You understand, don't you? Someone's going to have to look after this place once you're gone. We just want to be ready to do our bit when the time comes.
And not only here, but everywhere. Which is why we've got to get out there and lend a hand to those in need. That's what you did, isn't it? Even if it was just little things at the start. You helped people. And we're trying to do the same. We may have our sky back, but there's no shortage of people who still need help. If we follow in your footsteps, then I choose to believe we too can be heroes one day. Even warriors of light.
Sad Edgar.
What are we to say to that? We can hardly tell them they are mistaken. They seek but to do good, as you have.
But no more can we stand idly by and suffer a paragon's scheme to proceed unchallenged.
What's that noise? Oh, there's a smiley's face on our scythe. No, Kitty's face. Is chaos about to appear? We're gonna have to fight a giant water dragon here soon.
What's happening to the sky?
It's like somebody summoning something. Is someone summoning Bahamut?
Wicked White. Oh no.
By the 12.
A star shower.
I hear a voice.
You and all. Why does it feel like it's inside my head?
Hear, feel, think.
I hear it.
Me too.
Did I not tell you, my friends? You are warriors of light!
Can you turn
You're
the sun back
back.
on? Thank you.
What you hear is the voice of light itself, and it has blessed you with its power. Welcome to the fold!
I'm a warrior of light.
I've been chosen?
Can it be?
I bet it was chosen as a missile. Or a hand grenade. Well, I guess in this case, an RPG.
Wait!
Get your face on the scythe.
The falling stars, were they your doing? And why do you need warriors of light?
What, am I to reveal my plans simply because you asked? Nay, I think not. Though the stars, I acknowledge mine. A convenient illusion, apt to awaken what little is left of the power that once resided in your sundered souls. That which you and yours call the echo. And an echo it is, of a symphony, but a fraction of what men in their completeness once possessed. Even those among you who tower over others in the gift have only the faintest trace of it. But though sundered and forgotten through death and mocking rebirth, it has persisted. A whisper of our past, burned into your very ether, along with the sight of our end. Through the rekindling of memory, I have awoken the ability, just as Heidelin is wont to do when she has need of new minions.
The Echo hath ever been thought a gift from Heidelin, a boon granted solely to her chosen. Yet thou wouldst claim she merely awakeneth the power that men should hearken unto. Her voice. Given the perceived simultaneity of her call and the awakening of her chosen's capacity to hear it, it is only natural that we thus attributed the source of the gift. Yet if, in truth, the echo is a prerequisite for hearing her voice, one might surmise that her call never ceaseth, such that all who awaken to their innate gift might receive of the blessing of light at the self-same instant. In sooth, we bore witness to this but moments ago. At the sight of the star shower, full many in the crowd did speak of hearing a voice in their minds, did they not?
Just so. And whenever Heidelin has need of new servants, she is quick to pluck comets from the heavens or create illusions of the same.
Why then didst thou conjure this vision, full knowing that thine age-old foe would thus claim those awakened to the gift?
Foe? You must be mistaken. As you see, I am a warrior of light. And together with my comrades in arms, I shall save the world. Just like you.
The more Olympus reveals, the less I understand, but he has made a fine mess of things is plain. He is gone then. I've managed to persuade a number of our would-be deserters to reconsider, or at least delay their departure, but as many are deaf to my entreaties. Vonard among them, I am sorry to say, they have quit the guard. Nevertheless, I wish them well, whatever Elidibus's plans for them might be. The pair have only ever had the best of intentions. One can hardly blame them for thinking themselves heroes elect, not after having been blessed with the Echo, and it's not as if they haven't shown the requisite spirit. I quite agree, though the impetus for their sudden departure may have been words falsely spoken. The men and women in whose footsteps they would follow are heroes in truth, warriors of light, are both yourself most of all. And so I would ask favor of you, speak with them here they embark on their journey and furnish them with wisdom you can. They've set off for the Armo launch, but you should still be able to catch them if you leave now. Worth the effort, I'd say, if I recall correctly. Raban took the time to usher you out into the wider world many moons ago. I think that comparison rather flatters the Volbrand, but the point still stands. They would doubtless be greatly encouraged were the warrior of darkness himself to see them off. If thou art willing, I pray thee go. Thou mayest safely leave the task of unfolding that which did transpire at Amnesius to us. You again? I mean, it's you, sir. Sorry, it's been a funny old day. You can be sure we'll take those words to heart. I still can't believe it. You're coming all this way just to speak to us. I swear we won't let you down so long as it helps someone. We'll do what needs to doing out there, no matter how small. And when larger threats loom, we'll be ready to face them. You see if we aren't. We'll be off then. Farewell, Warrior of Darkness, and thank you. Someone's did the near raid. Thank you for making the effort. I'm certain your words will be a boon to them. While you were away, the others told me of your investigation. We have yet to discuss how to proceed, however. Well, your findings and Nemesis and/or do raise important questions as to the identity of our adversary. We are no closer to discerning his design, nor do I know of any other potential avenues of investigation. For what reason, we must need trust to Ystola's ingenuity and wait for her efforts to revive the ancient device to bear fruits. But if I were to attempt to follow the emissary, elusive as he is, his plan compels him to court public attention. He shouldn't be impossible to find. Especially for one of your experience, it does seem worth the attempt. Then I come with you, safety in numbers. In combat perhaps, but where stealth is required, the opposite is true. Happily, I don't plan on getting myself caught, so you've no need to worry. Nor do I intend to vanish for moons on end. We still have the empty to attend to, don't we? Alright, then I look forward to your return. Then it sounds like the rest of us should avoid doing anything which might prompt Elidibus to look too closely at our movements. Insofar as it's possible, I recommend we limit our activities to the Crystorium. Speaking of which, Exarch, might I ask if you made any progress with the Spirit Vessel? Of course, we are presently studying the principles underpinning memory transference, and I believe nearing the requisite level of understanding. That's hardly practical trials of transference methods suited for use where the vessel have yet to yield satisfactory results, to put it mildly. But there are still many promising possibilities we have yet to test. Indeed, though it may take some time yet, we are well on our way to a solution. And I shall not rest until one is found. Though we are all grateful for thine instincts and efforts, thou needest not labor to the exhaustion of all else. If it would serve to lighten thy burden, however little, I would gladly offer mine assistance. Quite, I for my part will do what I can to ensure the Crystorium continues to run smoothly in spite of recent departures. And perhaps I could help. There must be something I can do, even if it's just guard duty. Thank you, all of you. I shall breathe easier for your assistance. Of course, on the evidence of the recent past, it will not be long before some new crisis arrives to throw our plans to disarray, at which point your service will be in particular demand. That being the case, perhaps you might take this opportunity to retire to your sweet independence. I got such a small small cache or whatever. Plunder. We got little plunder. And I forgot to... Edgar's forever going to forget that he needs to eat before dungeons. Even dungeons that he can instantly pop. I am relieved to see you were unharmed in the earlier commotion, though, if I may. You do look somewhat weary. I presume you'll be retiring to your suite. Very good. Do let me know if there is anything you require. Whose stuff is this? Throws cup at door. Master Magic, it's Glenard from the Wandering Stairs. I apologize for coming so late. A friend of yours was asking after you. You may remember them from that business with the cardinal virtues. What charming accommodations. Oh, it's one person. In my other one, I had two people who came during this cutscene. I've had come to dine at the Wandering Stairs. You see, when I spied a considerable gathering of locals, then the sky caught fire and, well... You must know what it all means. Anything you care to share with a friend? I keep getting home invaded. First it was ghosts, and now you. Where did you even get the apple from? That is alarming to say the least. It's all well and good that others have come to appreciate the Warriors of Light, but we cannot allow this charlatan to exploit their legacy, so... Yes, why not? We shall reform the indomitable duo that is Reek and Edgar and put an end to his shenanigans. The apple just slid across the table. It didn't roll, it slid. Yes, I know. No need to say it. You're no intention of involving me. I'm stupid, but I'm not naive. And that was the other way around. You were naive and stupid. Honestly, if I wanted to mess with somebody, I would tell them, go ring the bell, see what happens. You're the better hunter and the better person besides. I'm reminded of Runda Ray, though that's hardly a surprise, is it? For her sake, for all of theirs, show this pretender what it truly means to be a hero. Yeah, I think 2 visit you if you did the spellcaster one. I think, because that's the one I did. It's a half-assed moon up there. Meanwhile, in Disneyland...
Foiled again. If I cannot imbue the infernal thing with my power via magical means, we may need to devise a way to infuse the vessel with my blood after all.
Art thou unwell?
Or perhaps a brief respite? It wouldn't do to overtax yourself.
I'm fine. And given to stubbornness, I'm afraid. Especially when I have a stake in the outcome. The dream again.
Meanwhile, in the source of agony.
A recurring dream. They do so fascinate me. Might I trouble you for the details?
I have always dreamed of it. Fire falling from the heavens, and the city, nay, the whole world ablaze.
Indeed. Could Emmett Selk have found a way? Precious few possess memories of the final days.
The final days?
Why, yes. Admittedly, my knowledge is mostly second-hand, but if you are interested, I will gladly tell you the tale. The tale of the world's end.
I probably said the source of imagination. Oh, before we call it back to the Doman Enclave. To sell our penitence. To sell some pennies. Then again, pennies are probably worth more than what we were giving them. I guess before we forget, let's repair our stuff. Thank you. To be honest, I never thought this day would come. The 10,000 stalls complete, the yard complete. All the projects we planned, everything we aspired to achieve, complete. On this moment occasion, Master Aragari wishes to speak with us both. If you have a moment, I shall be glad if you would accompany me. As well, you are here at the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Over there, you can observe our apprentices engaging in what may find to be the most fascinating part of the paper-making process. One must dip the frame in the vat, withdraw it, cast off the excess, and repeat until the sheet is formed, after which it is removed. The goal is to produce at least 1,000 per day. Once pressed, dried, and cut, these sheets will be sold as is, or fashioned into various works of art for sale, depending on the intended use. The paper will be finished differently, of course. Our botanists are already hard at work, harvesting the kozu fibers needed in sufficient quantities to keep our people busy. As well they must, for doman papers always in demand. Artisans in Hingashi and throughout the Far East says there is no better material for their papercraft. But it is one thing to speak of papercraft and another to see it firsthand. Come with me if you would. I got one of them's a balloon or a bomb, whatever we would call them. It's so beautiful. There was a time when I believed the Doma I knew as a child was forever lost, but when I look on what we've built, I see how wrong I was. There you are, Kozakura and Master Aragari. It is with you. Very good. Hosen, how have you word from our partners? Were they satisfied with the samples we provided? More than satisfied, sir. They increased their order by 30%. That is why I was searching for you to deliver the good tidings. Hear that, Ironhead? The Orzians are clamoring for my wares. But all you want, Paper Tiger. I best you yet. Why the tears, child? My venom was for Arigari, not you. Pray forgive me my outburst. It's just that to see the 10,000 stalls in the yard finished and everyone so happy, I'm so relieved. Dry your tears, child, and raise your head. Your work is far from finished. How are you to lead us if you are so easily felled by sentiment? You're here. Do not go and pat yourself on the back just yet. The Shinsekai has a duty to Doma, and much of the Enclave still wants for your attention. Our nation, our people will rise to glory once more. You'll be with us when we do. Am I right, Edgar? The art is complete. The people of Doma celebrates the long-awaited completion of the art. As you continue to contribute to the Shinsekai and reconstruction effort, and what other ways might the Doma Enclave grow and change? I think there's only 5 areas we have to make, I think. Okay, so I guess that'll be it. And I guess we'll continue onwards in the next.